I thoroughly miscalculated. Yesterday I did a video, but I was also trying to set up the laptop that my brother and sister-in-law purchased me before I left the Boston area. And I forgot that the internet here doesn't work as well. And I was complaining about the internet there, but here it just seems to be even worse. Plus, I'd been driving on the road for about 16 hours and I totally miscalculated the fact that my body was not going to be up to doing much of anything after that long, grueling drive. And so, even though I had done a video, I couldn't edit the video because I was trying to set things up. Then I just got thoroughly sick. And then I didn't want to do anything. And today I'm feeling better, but I'm still sort of like I have 1,001 things to do because I have to put all my stuff up. So right now it's a little bit nuts, but I do want to be in the habit of at least recording videos. And I'm going to try to get this up today. There's no point in doing yesterday's video because yesterday's video was tailored to yesterday and today's a new day. But essentially what I was trying to say, because I was mostly doing an update, and so what I was trying to explain is that I had a few of the Trump-related comics, the My Hero Macadamia, and then although Black Ops isn't Trump-related, but I had that too. I had that. I wasn't sure about how Antarctic Press was going to be sending things. So when I was in Boston, I had things shipped to Chicago. So I had to wait for months to come back to Chicago so that I could be able to read those things that I had bought, months ago. Which is fine because essentially this channel seems to be a lot more about storytelling. And I did read Black Ops as much as I was willing to. I do want to talk about that video. I do want to talk about that book because I think there are some really interesting things going on with it. There are things I don't like about it, but I want to talk about the things that I do like, and the things that I really liked about it was the visual storytelling. I think the visual storytelling that was done in Black Ops was like spot on everything that I've been trying to explain. And, because this channel is about storytelling and it's talking about storytelling in all, I do believe that, even visual storytelling, I think I've said this before, that visual storytelling is still equally as valid as storytelling in terms of the written word. It's just, a matter of it's just storytelling told in a different way. And I think that as people are becoming more visual, I think even regular mainstream writers who write fiction books, more like I do, I think we would benefit with understanding the concept of visual storytelling as well, because I think a lot of things would translate better. What I mean, what I mean about that is, taking the trilogy that I'm working on. I look at the trilogy, I think about the trilogy, and what I see more, even in writing it, is I see images and pictures. And so, part of me going back to, taking art and drawing, seriously is that reasoning and that concept of, because I'm seeing things visually. And so even for me as a writer trying to explain, being able to draw what I'm seeing, and taking it from my mind to put it on paper and being able to look at that, it gives a sort of, it gives visual, I mean, because it's visual storytelling, but it enhances the story in a way. And that really is what storytelling should be. No matter the form of storytelling that you're talking about. And I don't want to get too deep into Black Ops, but like I said, the visual storytelling to me was really just it was really sort of spot on. You could tell what was going on from panel to panel to panel, and the flow of it had a really nice storytelling aspect of it so that you didn't really have to read the words, which was good because, truth be told, I didn't really like the writing. And I might explain that more when I talk about the actual comic and do a video on the actual comic. But right now, I don't know, it's like my mind is thinking about it because it's sort of like I really didn't like it. So I stopped reading the words after a while and I really just concentrated and looked at the pictures. And, that told me much more about the story that I wanted to know. And then that made me think too about this video aspect of it and the concept of visual storytelling and just how important visual storytelling is, because I'm thinking, like, if you're someone who is concentrated on visual storytelling and you have a writer who is not particularly strong in writing, then the person who was doing the art has to be spectacular at it, because in their being spectacular, they account for a lot of the weaknesses that you then see in the writing. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say about that. Essentially, this is, I don't know, now I feel, well, I don't feel bad, but I like being honest. I like being honest because I'm a writer myself, and I do believe that, constructive criticism really helps writers improve, and because on and off I've done the critiquing thing, that it's really kind of made me extremely critical about writing. So I don't feel bad for not liking the writing in Black Ops. Yeah, I don't feel bad about it. So I'm not even going to explain it. I'm just going to let it go. And I'm just going to say I'm not, like, it's like, I guess to a degree, it's like I'm trying to determine if I feel bad because it's like it's Mark Pellegrini who technically is part of the whole Comicsgate thing, but it's like anything else. In this, I'm an actual consumer. I'm not required to like his writing just because, he is, kind of sort of part of a movement. So there. That's all I'm going to say about that. When I will fully be back, I don't know. It kind of depends on, I'm going to try to get all my stuff, put up as quickly as possible, but I should still be able to, at least do a video a day if I can get the editing and stuff like that. Because unfortunately, the laptop I got has no hard drive space, which normally wouldn't be a bad thing, but you know, like my editing software has taken up all the space, so I can't even sync my Dropbox or anything. So it's like all the stuff that I would use to make these videos and do all my work, I can't really do it on this laptop, but I do have an all-in-one computer in my office. So if needs must, I will gladly do the video here on this laptop and then try to transfer everything over there. That's the great thing about, well, yeah, that is the great thing about technology today, is that you can actually do that. So hopefully I will get this video up relatively shortly compared to when I recorded this. Other than that, I did make it halfway across the country. I did get my stuff in. Right now, my dog acts like he doesn't like me because he really hasn't seen me much over the past year. I miss my nephews and my niece greatly, and I look at their pictures and I just like want to be back there cuddling them. But, you know, whatever. We all must move on. Anyway, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you like the channel, of course, hit the like button, the subscribe button, all of that. I always feel weird saying that, but I know that supposedly you're supposed to do it because you want to guide people into thinking about it if they like your content, but whatever. Do it if you like it, and I will see you in the next video.